I'm Sean with Priority Builders, and if you're watching this video, you're probably looking for a renovation contractor and you're probably having nightmares at night thinking about who you're going to choose. You hear all these horror stories. The contractor doesn't show up, they take your money and run, they do shoddy work. Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you what to look for, and I'm going to give you a whole whack of tips to make sure you choose the right contractor. Let's do it. So the first thing you want to do when hiring a renovation contractor is make sure it's a good fit. Make sure you like them. Make sure you get good feelings about them. Going forward with the renovation contractor is like getting married for a couple months. Whether or not your renovation's 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, you're going to be communicating and being around this person a lot. So liking them and getting that good gut feeling with them is super important. If you get that gut feeling where it's just telling you something's not right, you should probably run. But if you're getting that feeling like, man, these guys really feel trustworthy, they feel great, and I really like them, they're probably going to be the right fit. So the second thing you want to look for with a renovation contractor is their reputation. Do they have a good reputation? How long have they been in the industry? So a contractor that hasn't been in the industry for that long, say 5 years or less, they're still learning, they're still making mistakes, and they're still figuring out how to actually do these really good renovations. And they might actually learn on your project, and maybe they don't tell you, and you find out years later. On the other hand of the spectrum, a renovation contractor that's been around for a while, they've solved the problems, they've created the processes and the systems and all that kind of stuff, so they know how to deliver the best experience for you. But there's a catch with that. Renovation contractors that have been around for a long time, and well, they've been there and done that. Maybe the owners are way off in Mexico enjoying a cerveza every single day. Maybe they don't care as much anymore and the quality slipped, right? So you gotta really make sure you really dig deep into that. Also with reviews, okay? Make sure the contractor has real, genuine reviews. That's right, a lot of these reviews out there, they're fake. Yeah, I said it, some of these reviews are fake. So people get their mom, their dad, their uncle, Bobby Joe down the street, whoever, to give them a review so they can build that up on the platform. You're looking for genuine, real reviews, okay? Think about it. If you just had a renovation for 4 months and you're super happy, are you gonna have a one-line review for the contractor? Jake was awesome, good renovation, thumbs up. Or are you gonna give a little heart? Or are you gonna put a little soul into that? Because people who are giving real reviews who actually had a real renovation, they're gonna have a lot more detail in there. It's gonna come from the heart. There's gonna be some personal stuff in there. There's gonna be names and all that kind of stuff. So really watch. Just because somebody has 100 or 1,000 Google reviews doesn't mean any of them are real. So that's important. And video reviews, now those are the best kind of reviews, especially if they have pictures of their renovation all over the place. Maybe there's before and afters, midway construction and all that. If you can see all that, and then you see the client actually sitting in the space talking about how happy they are with the renovation, you cannot beat a video review. So the contractor's got a lot of video reviews. That's just awesome. And social media is huge, okay? It's 2024, guys. Get with the times. Would you rather go with a contractor that just has a website with 30 of their best pictures, or would you rather look on their social media where you can see, you know, beginning, mid, after renovations, a whole bunch of photos and videos, and see their staff and their trades and all the work that's getting done? So when you're looking for a contractor, if you can look at their social media and you can actually see everything they're about, what's better than that? Also community, okay? What is the community saying about the contractor? What are your neighbors saying? You know, what's the lady at the superstore saying? Do people know this contractor? Have they heard of it? What about these community websites and all this kind of stuff? Look around. If the community's got good things to say, they're probably a good contractor. The third important point when looking for a great renovation contractor, make sure they have a detailed contract and a detailed estimate, okay? So for one, that contract that you're gonna sign, which you better sign, is probably the only thing that can protect you in case something goes south. So it should be very detailed, and there should be a lot of points that protect you as the homeowner, not just protecting the contractor. So go through there and make sure there's a lot of stuff about you, because it should be all about you in there. Also, if you don't understand something in the contract itself, make sure you ask somebody who does. Call a lawyer, a friend, something like that. Don't sign it, all right? And whatever you do, don't just flip to the back like a used car salesperson and just sign. You might be signing more than you actually think, all right? Also, the estimate. The estimate should be very detailed. It shouldn't just be half a page or 1 page. It should be multiple pages. Anywhere from 5 to 15 pages is reasonable for a reputable renovation contractor. If they provide less than 1 page, what's gonna happen? They'll start the project with you and they'll say that wasn't included, that wasn't included, that wasn't included. So you gotta make sure all the details are there, all right? Your estimate and your contract are probably the most important things before you start a contract with a renovator, and make sure you have them. And the fourth point when hiring a renovation contractor, you're probably not gonna like what I'm about to say. References are a waste of time. Yeah, I said it, they're a waste of time. And the reason why they're a waste of time, think about this. You're a renovation contractor, you wanna get the job, and the client asks you, hey, do you have any references of people we can talk to? Do you think that renovation contractor is gonna send somebody who was only half happy or somebody who got pissed off throughout the entire renovation? Probably not. They're gonna send you somebody and they're gonna send the contact info for people that they got really, really happy. They love the renovation. They were given thumbs up all around. So is that really gonna do any justice when making the decision to hire the contractor? Not really. What you wanna be looking for, on the other hand, is referrals. So if you had a neighbor who had the basement finished and you're looking to finish your basement, and the neighbors are like, man, these renovators were freaking amazing, that is awesome, okay? So look for referrals, not references. Point number 5, budget, okay? Budget. Good work ain't cheap, and cheap work ain't good. That is 100% with a renovation contractor, okay? If you go with the cheapest, you get the cheapest quality, you get the cheapest trades, you get the cheapest everything, and I guarantee you're gonna be one of those people who you hear about who's an absolute horror story, right? So good quality work costs money. Think about it. Do you think a top tile sitter gets paid as much as a guy who just started yesterday? Probably not, right? It's like anything. Experts cost money, and the really good ones cost more money. And why does that actually make a difference? It makes a difference because they're coming into your house, and that expertise is what's building your entire renovation. So if you have a whole whack of people who have a high expertise, the chances are of you getting a 10 out of 10 renovation are way better than if you have a whole bunch of people that are junior and new to it coming in who are cheap. And finally, materials. So what you're saving up front with the cheap materials is going to cost you a lot more in the end. So it makes a lot more sense to go with a higher price, higher quality material that's going to last for years than to go with the cheap stuff that might only last you 1 year. So these are just some little factors that go into the budget, and it's why you don't want to go forward with the cheapest contractor and why a good contractor costs money. And point number 6, when hiring a renovation contractor, make sure they have design in their process, okay? You might not know it, but design is the most important aspect of a renovation. It's the blueprint and the plan for your renovation. And it's truly the only way you're gonna know what you're gonna get before construction starts and before anybody picks up a hammer and starts swinging away at your house. A proper design is gonna provide you with a whole whack of blueprints, and those are probably gonna be AutoCAD drawings. So you're gonna have plumbing, electrical, HVAC, cabinet drawings, so you know exactly how the cabinets are gonna fit in there. And they might even provide you with a 3D rendering. And nowadays, 3D renderings are so lifelike, you can know exactly how your renovation is going to turn out before you even, like I said, start the construction. Think about it this way. Imagine you're going on a road trip and you're going on a huge adventure across the country and you didn't have a map. How the hell are you going to get from point A to point B without getting lost and without ending up in the middle of the woods? Renovations are the same. Don't end up in the middle of the woods with it. Point number 7. In the final point, and this should be a given, but really it's not nowadays, make sure your contractor is pulling permits, okay? Everything needs a permit. Electrical needs a permit, plumbing needs a permit. If you're doing a big renovation, you'll need an alterations or a building permit. And you need these permits. And the reason why it's super important isn't so that you get a freaking piece of paper that says permit on it. The most important aspect of that is so your insurance covers the work in case something goes south. If you don't get an electrical permit and your contractor comes in, does a whole bunch of electrical work, and the house burns down, insurance company's gonna come in and they're gonna say, you didn't pull a permit, we're not gonna cover you. And I mean, that would really suck, because permits are cheap. And another aspect of permits is you have inspections by a qualified inspector, right? They're gonna come in your house and they're gonna start looking at things and they're gonna pick it apart. So that's another second set of eyes and a second set of protection that you're gonna have when you go forward with your trusted renovation contractor. So there we have it. We went through 7 things you should be looking for when hiring a renovation contractor. And if we missed anything, leave a comment below. Let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you are looking for a renovation contractor who follows those 7 things up there, give Priority Builders a call. We'd love to hear from you. And we'd love to knock your renovation out of the park. And you wouldn't get all those little knickknacks and knickknacks. What am I, 80 years old? We got some knickknacks here, everybody. I'm Sean, and well, I just forgot my lines. And we love to do a thumbs up because that's all we do.